Welcome back to another Wheel-to-Wheel qualifying session in the lead up to our round 12 finale here. We're in for our Friday 7 PM session here. Got a decent grid of cars, 8 drivers at the moment. Should be really good. A couple of guys to keep an eye on in the lobby. Expecting some really fast times out of them. But before I go over that, I'll introduce you to the man on the visuals right now, Ando.
G'day Dragon, good to be here guys. Yeah, excited. I did my quali last night, been practicing around here a bit obviously, so yeah, there's some lightning times to be had around here if you can hook up a lap and get the old drafting right. You can set some crazy times.
Yeah, definitely. I would half expect to see a similar strategy come out of W2W and Apex Humper here. Teammates and both in top split, so...
Yeah, those two seem to be rehearsing it as we speak, the old drafting technique, and we've got old Zoo-Man, their teammate, in the chat. He's watching on, so g'day to you there, Zoo. I hope your local bottler was open this arvo, mate, on a Friday. Yeah, able to get some beers.
We know if it wasn't open, Zoo would have found a way in. We should be kicking off Qually. There you go, he knows the bouncer, so apparently. As we get underway here, but yeah, I will say it was shocking to see the Shake and Bake boys. You guys were doing the drafting strat, and it was the first that we saw of that, but then you also had Pure Axel and Ben doing the same thing in the same session, so both deciding to bring that out and go for everything they can get.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, not that quali's that important for a 90-minute enduro, especially at Spa where it's very easy to pass. But if you want to get those bragging rights, then you got to do some drafting and some teaming up. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what they did, because I didn't. I wasn't privy to the way they did it. There's obviously a couple of different ways to skin this drafting cat, isn't there? So we were doing it a certain way. I don't know how they did it, but yeah.
So they were trying to set up close to each other as they crossed the start finish, and they would try and give the toe all the way down the Camel Straight, and then one car would pull off and then tuck in behind.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's different schools of thought there. You can do the old bump drafting down the Camel and then help out again down the back straight through Blanchimont. Yeah. So there's different ways, but it does require two drivers of similar pace and both right on their A game to pull it off. Because above all things, you've got to hook up a lap around here if you want a fast time. The drafting is the bonus. So you probably saw us do it a few times last night. We stuffed it up a couple of times, and of course, then when that happens, the laps are gone. They're throwaways, and you got to regroup and start again. So yeah, that's a bit of an art form, to dark art of sorts, the old drafting.
I don't think it's a dark art there, Ando. I think it's I don't think it's a dark art. I think the damn boys tonight are going to show you how it's done, because I think it just came down to pure practice. I think there's a little bit lack of communication. Definitely can see that from the stream. So I know that Ape, like you would have been on. I'm guessing you would have been on the comms with Tombo and CCH at the time. But I just think there was a little bit of lack of communication.
Well, keep an eye on Dale here. Sorry, just real quick.
Coming through right now. Has come through the bus stop chicane. And we're going to start. I guess this is the first lap of qualifying.
It is.
So great, I haven't actually missed much at all. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to cap off what we were saying, I had a quick chat to Pure Axel, and he said that Mitsubishi was gaining 6/10 in the slipstream down the Camel Straight thanks to Will Ben. So we'll see what type of gains come out of the DAM drivers here as Apex is following Dale through now.
You had to lift off a little bit there, as Dale gets a little bit squirrely coming through there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this might be Apex's turn as he slingshots on by Dale with a lift, and he's just going to tuck in. So might be trying to get Apex a hot lap in quick, and then try and swap back around. Apex did go a little hot into the start of Lacoum there, though.
I can tell you, practicing with these two, this is what they've been practicing all week. is where Apex gets the draft down the front straight, and then because the Jag's just a little bit slower through here, especially against that Ferrari, Dale just catches up behind, and then through the last sector 3, Dale gets you to use the slip all the way back to the bus stop, and it's on for Young and Old over across the line.
There you go, so definitely been a practice strat from these guys. As we now hear from ZD, we've also got Riptock in third, not dropping off the back of him too much in that beautiful RX Vision. So a couple of guys really cruising around right now.
Oh, Apex picks up a penalty as well.
Pulls wide to let Dale on through here, or are they going to...
I think Dale's just going to stay in his slip and then pull off just before the bus stop, I reckon.
Well, a big lift had to be done there by Dale as they came through Longchamp due to being in that slipstream, but he's heavy on the anchors coming into the bus stop chicane here. Do it kind of time he can pull out first lap around. 16.4, it's not a bad start, and we see immediately a big lift from him, waiting for Apex to catch up. Riptock coming through with a 17.5 as well.
Yeah, these boys won't be happy with that time at the moment, especially with times that Pure Axel did, and yourself and all the Shake and Bake boys, because yeah, I think they're all looking for.
Okay, I could not believe that man's quality time last night. With no slip, no assistance, just using the raw power of that vet, getting into the 15.3s, I think it was, by himself.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The Heartstopper sets a 19.2. I did see Heavy Haulers serving a penalty. Soul Reaper comes through with a 20.5. Gibman with a 16.7 in that beautiful, beautiful pug. Love a bit of pug power. The old, what is that? What's that livery? Is that like Mad Max or something? On Gitman's Peugeot. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it is Mad Max. It's the
Interceptor.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Yeah, so Ziddy, what's the damn racing draft technique? It's only just to give Apex that little slingshot down the Camel Straight, and then he's on his own. Is that it?
And then sector 2, because the Ferrari's just a little bit faster than the Jag. So
but how can Dale help from behind through sector 2?
I don't know. That's what they've been practicing, and Dale's been keeping pretty much same sector times as Apex, because Apex is just a little bit, as Dale runs a little bit wide there.
Alright, Dale's not on his hot lap here. He backed well out to try and give Apex that slingshot this time around.
So because Apex is just a little bit faster as well around that sector 2, which Dale can just keep up.
Yep.
Yeah, so he lets Apex go ahead. He sticks behind him, and then he gets the tow pretty much from the last sector all the way up to the bus stop, and then for Young and Up.
Okay, so there's different ways to do it.
Dale's gone around, and Apex is set a 15 flat.
There you go. That's getting down there.
Third lap out of the blocks. That's a decent start. Is that? So not enough to steal the spot off a Showman, about half a tenth off there, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll go for a full as Dale spun out the last corner, and Apex is going to want to wait for him to come around. Heavy Haulers coming in with an 18.2 as well. Yeah, the Supra, which I was really surprised a team didn't pick up.
Dale's just in that slip there.
Heartstopper improving with an 18.7 as well. I see Gimpman coming through to finish another lap. No improvement there.
How is F1 Weber coming across the line? I don't think it's an improvement for him.
No, that's almost a 3-minute lap from F1 Weber there. That's a bit of a rough one, I guess you could say, but alright, it's a good time to reset. It seems like a fair few are doing that. Apex and Dale both looking to reset this lap, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think Dale's on it. Dale's would have just gone purple in the first sector.
Dale's gone purple. Yeah, I don't.
Correction. No,
Because
I read
he
wrong.
spun out of the bus stop, so I don't think he would have had enough of a run across the start finish.
I read it as a 15. I read a 39 as a 38, which would have been like 9/10 faster across the line. But yeah, no, I read that completely wrong.
Alright, these guys definitely working together well though.
Do you think they might spend the first 15 minutes with Apex as the priority, and then they'll switch around?
I think we might see Dale go for his hot lap here. He's tucked in nicely as Apex pulls aside, so Dale might be on a lap now actually. Enough to at least improve on his previous, but...
I thought he waited up.
Yeah. Defco cheering on Weber. 15.4 out of Dale, even with that spin across the line. So there's some time left in his lap as well. That's that's a really very good time out of the Ferrari.
Oh, he's beat his Div 2 championship rival already.
Question for you, Ando. Do you think it was a little bit, knowing that there's this very vast difference in different sectors for these two cars? Do you think it would have hindered a little bit of your performance having, you and Tombo very similar pace, very similar drivers, kind of tripping over each other? Because it seems like a lot of your mistakes happen in that sector 2, sector 3 area, rather than outright sector 1.
Yeah, the plan was for us to go through, there cleanly like Dale and Apex were, but we just couldn't execute last night, so that was our big drawback.
Okay.
Well, we're having that chat. Heavy Haulers improving with a 17.5. Ripdoc improved with a 17.5, and Gibman went with a 16.4, taking 3/10 off of his fastest as well.
That's an interesting.
Weber with a 19.
Yeah, so he breaks into the 19th. Congratulations, Weber. You must be pretty happy with that. That's an interesting tactic from Hardstopper as well, coming into the pits during Qually.
I did see him say that he might not be able to finish out the session, so...
Well, tire change, and out he comes again.
Yeah, maybe. But 18.7 his time so far, 18.701, so nothing to be ashamed of there.
Maybe just needed that mental reset. Sometimes you're having a bad quality and you just need to mentally prepare yourself for the next couple of minutes. So, give that little bit of break, calm down, take some fluids into it, and floor it for the next lap.
Yeah, he might have been looking for track position, some clear air or something.
Here we go, the DAM guys coming back up to the bus stop chicane for another time. Nose to tail yet again. See if there's going to be any improvement here.
Oh yes.
Apex goes a 14.8.
That's light.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, Apex goes deep into turn 1.
0.03 of a second off of pure axle's time there for Apex.
Oh, no way.
So here's Rouge and Radion up the hill. Apex looking to go for that slipstream for Dale as well. It's going to cop the penalty for the cut and then just pull on a side and give him that big slingshot by the looks of it. There he goes, pulls off, big lift. And I did not see Dale's sector time coming through, but I'm sure it was looking pretty good.
7/10 up in sector 1 alone.
Oh, great.
Yep, for 17 flat. That is a great time for Riptide.
Not something you see too often there. Dale looks like he's on the ragged edge, coming through No Name here as well. On the approach to P1, he's really sending that Ferrari in, using the great cornering ability that the MR car does offer. We approach campus here. Took it nicely. Plenty of curb on the exit as well. Going for that late Apex through here. Doesn't use all of the track as he could, but he's still half a second up on that 15.4, so... And Apex he's trying to go visit the forest again by the looks of it. He's well wide in the background.
I think he needs to bring out that flamethrower soon.
Little bump draft from Apex would have been good about now, but that obviously ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
No, Apex he's wild man right now. He's swerving, he's going all over the track behind, so Dale pulling it up nicely into the bus stop.
It's been a clean lap.
Been a very nice run through the bus stop chicane there. Here we go, 14. It's going to be a 15.4, so he's lost a bit of time in that last sector without the slipstream of Apex.
I was going to say maybe a little bit too conservative there. It was, you know, really clean looking lap, and that sometimes indicates that, you know, they're not quite pushing it hard enough.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility, but still an improvement, 0.03 of a second up. And it looks like it's Apex's turn to lead around again as we see the massive overspeed come through from that Jag.
I think it's the bump. I think Apex went across the line.
Bump.
Apex went across the line with the penalty, so this lap will not count for Apex.
But then again, we might see that Ripdoc, there you go, breaks into the 16s rather than that 17 flat.
Oh,
16, 9.53.
Consistent improvement by Ripdog, except for that lap. The third lap has been consistent improvement, just nothing off. You know, a couple thousandths here and there, and then it goes back into the pits.
Yeah, and that's something we were talking about last night with. I was referring to Marchi, and I think it was NZL Cowboy. You know, they started off in kind of the 21s and then took 3 or 4 tenths off it, and then took 3 or 4 tenths off it and dipped into the 19s. And as we say that, Soul Reaper with a 19.888. So dipping under the 2-minute 20 mark.
Oh, it gets a little bit loose there after the first one. I think Ripdog was waiting for Soul Reaper as well.
He has just come out of the pits, so maybe not wanting to impede anyone there. Never realised how many Supras we have here. So we've got Heavy Haulers, KPL Heartstopper, and F1 Weber all in that Toyota Supra.
You know, I think it's, you know, for the privateers, as that runs a little bit wide, I think as a privateer, it's one of those ones that you had to pick up. Like, it's a great all-round car.
I wish I could agree with you, but I'm all about that pug power. So I did my one and only race of the season in the pug, and yeah, no regrets on that one. It was good fun. Drove beautifully around Laguna, actually. I'm sure it'll be pretty good with a little bit of slipstream assistance around Spa too. Ooh, Heavy Haulers exiting the pits right beside Apex and Dale.
Does the right thing, gets out of the way.
Is Apex too far back?
No, it's got the power. The grunt of the Jag just pulls up. The Ferrari has no legs down the front straight.
Oh, look at that closing speed. You're absolutely right there. Oh my goodness. 20 kilometers an hour faster was Apex than Dale as they passed each other.
Oh, it goes a little bit deep. Had to use just like Gear 2. That's unlike Apex. They usually use Gear 3 through that section.
Maybe not used to getting as much of a slingshot from Dale there. That, again, 20 kilometers an hour overspeed there was incredible and not really needed from that Jag, which is already a monster in the straight line. But I saw him hitting up, I think it was 268.
Oh, what was the Aston getting down the front straight with down the before that braking zone there? Ando, you'll be getting up there as well.
I think about 261. I think. Yeah, my teammates in the Corvette were slightly better at 262, 263.
There we go, Heartstopper breaking into the 17s as well, so we're seeing that just progressive improvement from these guys. Apex is 1.5 tenths down off his best. Might be one for Dale here if that outbraking moment from Apex hasn't hindered him too much. He's getting massive overspeed coming up on the run to Blanchemont as well. He's going to have a massive lift, clips the inside curb and unsteadies the car as well. And he's had to lift off. Big coast there from Dale, so...
They're setting up, I think, to go again.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, Apex getting a little bit squirrely coming out of the bus stop.
Who else have we got circulating? It looks like the rest of the cars are on the other half of the track.
Dale's in a
Next car
good
we will
spot
see
here.
across the line is going to be Gitman, but that won't be for about another minute, so we'll stay on board with the DAM guys here. And you're absolutely right there, he's in a great spot. Whoa, that car getting very rowdy coming up over the hill though.
He kept it pinned, I think.
I did not see a lift, so here
Watch
he
out
comes. Is he going for the bump? He is, and that's what I was expecting out of it too.
Oh,
So
it
he
goes
is
purple
purple.
as well. And Gitman is up on his time by 3/10 is coming into the bus stop.
Here we go, that beautiful 69 machine.
Oh,
And there could not be a more fitting number for Gitman to have either.
He's a little bit laggy on my screen, so I don't know how he went through the bus stop. But as he crosses the line,
Good or right.
oh, and
Up
just
to-
loses that little bit in the last sector there.
Ooh.
He's glitching around a little bit at the moment.
So I think, nope, Ripdog's pulled out of his lap.
Hard stop. Coming across the line.
Gitman back at the pits. And only 10 minutes left in the session. Gee, the time has flown by this time around.
Dale must be on a flyer though. He's just been towed around the whole middle half of the lap by
Here we go.
Apex.
He's 3/10 down, so I saw him make a little mistake coming through no name. F1 Weber with a 19.1. I think that's about an 8/10 improvement from his previous. It is 19.9 was his previous best, so that's a really good effort there.
Very nice.
Now we got to remember that Dale's fastest lap was set without slipstream in this area. So he's had the tow from Apex this time around. He might be able to make up that 3/10 that he was down earlier.
Yep.
He
Quite
gets a
possibly.
good run. Oh, I don't know. Just
Looked good out of there. No, 3,000ths of a second off
No
his
joy.
best is Dale. So he did make up that 3/10, but nothing more than that. Got heavy
Now
balls,
Apex
got
is
it.
looking to pounce.
Yep, we saw
They're working
Gibby
well as a
just
team.
exiting pits there. They are there. Definitely practice this one out. Have their strategy sorted. Slight lift from Apex, getting wild over the rise there, where we've seen many crashes in recent motorsport as well.
and again that overspeed. Even though he hit the bump, gets that overspeed coming into
Crazy.
the.
Yeah, he was hitting 271 before the braking zone was Apex. Dale was in the high 250s, if that. So, and 270 k's in that Jag. That's an incredible.
That's a great
Best
boost in the
spin
first
out.
sector. That
That's-
is, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, about a quarter of a second purple on that 14.8 as well.
I'm scared to see what the Milo boys might do, especially qualifying next
gosh.
tomorrow night. They're all in the Jag, all running together.
Yeah,
They won't
I
create
think
too
that's
much
gonna be
carnage,
the-
mate.
the
They'll
biggest
be
thing that's
fine.
going to hurt them is that they're all running together.
But I watch out for some crazy speed. A Jag in a toe of a Jag in a toe of another Jag. Whoa. I'll see if I can get amongst it.
That coming out. Yeah, that
Are
might
they-
be that
are
might be
they
your
no-
ticket there.
Are they known
Try
to
and
be good at
Bradbury.
racing in close quarters with each other, though?
Yeah. With a bit of luck, you'll be able to jump into the toe, and then they'll all crash at the end of the straight, and you'll Bradbury.
One of yous might get a good time, yeah.
first
Yeah,
sector time.
well, there's strength in numbers, I guess.
That's true. But I gotta also watch out for an old team owner of mine.
Milo Power as well.
I'm gonna watch out for an old team owner of mine and an old good mate. Squid's also going to be in that lobby as well, so it's going to be interesting. Also in a
Yeah.
Jag.
Yep.
Oh, Apex gets a little bit squirrely. Coming out of the bus stop. Coming through the
14.
kids.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. Okay, there you go.
Well, that's blown the top of the leaderboard wide
Yes.
open there, beating Purex's time by over 4/10, almost half a second clear of him. Whoa,
They'll be
man.
happy with that, I think.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They were running out of attempts to get it done to get him on that top spot, and man, good luck beating that now. The only person that I've seen get close to that is the unnamed Lamborghini driver, Fixer Chris.
Yes.
Yes.
Who
no
did
slip
it without
as well.
slipstream, which is terrifying.
It is terrifying. Absolutely.
So Dale,
When is
100th of a second up, coming through Sector 1 there.
Is Chris in the next lobby at the next session at 8 o'clock?
He is 9 o'clock tonight, I think.
9 o'clock,
Yeah. That will be one to tune into, I think.
So it looks like he's having a rough run through that downhill right-hander that I always forget the name of. And on the approach to No Name, he was... I believe so. He had 2 wheels up on the curb, so... Need to write this down. Yeah, right. That's...
Oh, as he pulls up right behind Apex, well...
It's definitely worth the bump here, yep. He needs the toe for that run up to Blanchemont. Absolutely needs it, does Dale. So we'll keep an eye on his time as he comes through the Sector 2 timing markers here after this right-hander.
Don't think he'll be up.
If he can be within a quarter of a second, or he's within exactly a quarter of a second,
I don't think Apex got a good run
here.
I don't think Apex got a good run out of it either. So.
Oh, we should bump him. No, he doesn't.
Went for it so he can stay flat around this corner.
Blanchemont, yeah.
Yes.
Not a lift there. He actually nailed that. Here we go, and I believe I just saw Heartstopper improve while we were on board with that with a 17.9, so joining the 17s club as well. Here we go, Dale. Little rough through the second part of the bus stop.
And an improvement.
9,000ths of a second, so really struggling to get anything more than a 15.4 out of the Ferrari here, but that's still no time to shy away from.
Very nice.
As that, I believe, is provisionally 5th. 15, yeah, 15.4.
Yeah, he's got me by a smidge.
Overall at the moment.
He's just losing in that Sector 2. Usually he nails Sector 2 today. He's just a little bit off. That half a second off in Sector 2. I've seen him do actually faster than what Apex has been doing. Around the 1 minute 0.5s, 1 minute 0.6s. Around that in Sector 2.
Massive bump there from Apex as well. So he was about a quarter of a second down again, but his speed into the braking zone was about 269, 268. So I think now that Apex has got his lap in, all the focus is on getting Dale an improvement. And with 4 minutes to go, he's probably got, 2 chances after this lap, if he's lucky. I'm not quite good with the math, but...
Nah, you've got it spot on. Without any more penalties, potentially 2 more laps. Depends if they just absolutely nail it without any spins or anything.
I feel like the best strategy for them would be for Apex to lead, Dale to bump draft down the Camel Straight, tuck in through the second sector, and then pass on the run up to Blanchemont like we've seen.
Yeah, get the 2 for 1 in the 1 lap. Absolutely.
Dale only a 10th down, but we've seen in the past, we've seen all the improvements come through. Heartstopper with a 17.9, ripped up with a 16.7, and Dale lifting, so abandoning this lap. Webber pulling off to the side to let those guys through as well. I think I see someone else stopped on the track. It is Heavy Haulers. Oh, recovering from a spin and almost sends himself into another one. Soul Reaper improves, so all the improvements coming in the final 5 minutes, which is right where you want them.
And you know who's coming up behind the damn boys is Gibman. And Gibman's on a flyer as well.
If he can tuck on to the back of these guys, I think he's just out. But if he could have done that, that would have been great.
And loses out in that last sector, unfortunately.
So the damn boys are set up. Dale in behind Apex again. I'm assuming this is going to be Dale's flyer. So we'll see what kind of run he gets up through Rouge and Radion. About a lift to about 3/4 throttle there, but pretty much held it pinned as much as he could. That Ferrari looking like it was getting very wild. Dale's going for the pass. Okay. I was very much expecting... There you go, 1/4 of a second up. I was expecting to see him tuck in, but maybe the dirty air affecting the Ferrari more than he would like.
Wonder if Apex can keep with him and give him a little bump just before Blanchemont.
Yeah, maybe. He does have that penalty that he's still carrying around, but I don't think he's too concerned about that. But
no.
if they do abandon this lap at the end and decide to kind of regather and go again, Gimpman might get a free tow down the Camel Straight from a Jag, which I don't think anyone would be denying at this point.
Yeah.
We also have heavy haulers sitting on the inside of the track, so maybe done with Qually and just waiting to cross the line. Or maybe waiting to follow Heartstopper around. There you go. Sat there for about a minute, now he's on away. Dale is 6.5 tenths up. And Heartstopper improves again with a 17.9. So 0.649 of a second up, I think Dale was there. We might see him lose a tenth. Oh, taking plenty of grass through Blanchemont. Might see him lose a little bit through here, but... man, he's absolutely nailed that middle sector. Oh, little untidy on exit, and Apex getting loose as well. 14.9 out of Dale.
There you go.
And Gimpman into the 15.
15.8. There you go. They've chosen the time to do it with 10 seconds remaining.
Gimpman might be in Apex's slip as well for his last lap.
No, not quite. I think Apex is too far back off of Dale now as well to help. Ooh, he does cut that corner though. That's going to deny Gimpman any chance of some slipstream. We've got someone finishing. F1 Weber completes his final lap. His fastest time going down as a 19.109. So not a bad effort there out of F1 Weber. Who's going to be the next car we see cross the line? It's going to be Ripdoc in the Marchies pit crew. RX Vision. See how he goes coming through the Sector 2 timing markers. He's down by a tenth. So still gainable. And he was absolutely flat through that right-hander on the run-up to Blanchemont. Heavy Haulers back in the pits, so we'll not see another lap out of them.
Heavy Hauler's best lap was a 217.5. Pretty competitive.
Respectable. Very.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go, Ripdoc slamming on the anchors, bringing it in. Plenty of curve on the first part. Nicely through the second, maybe on the power a little too soon. Oh, he's 2 tenths off. Here we got KPL Heartstopper. Improves on his final lap with a 17.454.
Nice.
Going up by 1.5 tenths there.
Everyone leaving it to the last moments of qualifying to put in their quick laps.
Soul Reaper sitting in 7th at the moment, 18.71 his best.
As he comes across a little bit more.
Getting loose. And we're not going to see an improvement there. We do have that pack of cars, though, the Damn Boys and the Gimpman. So Dale, no improvement. Apex won't improve.
Gimpman, close, no improvement.
And I think the last car we have out on track is Heavy Haulers doing a parade lap for us.
Give us a drift, mate. Give us a drift.
Wow, my hat's off to Dale. The damn racing boys
wow.
have shown us how to do it tonight.
Absolutely. 14.432 out of Apex and a 14.952 out of Dale. And that 15.8 of Gimpman can't be shied away from either. That's a cracking time in the pug.
Jeez, it's starting to spice up for Split 1 and Split 2 now. Jeez, they must put Apex on pole with behind Pure Axle and I'm guessing Dale in P3?
Yeah, that's P3 for Dale. That'll be Showman 4.
Showman 4, Ando 5, Zuzu 6?
Yes. And then I think it'll be Tombo. Because Jonesy, Suitlife, Ben are all Split 2 or E-League.
We've got a couple of big names from Div 1 to Qually though, don't we?
Yeah, later tonight.
It's going to be
Captain. Who are we missing?
Adam, Captain, Fixer Chris, and that Lambo. There's going to be one. I'm expecting a 13 from Chris actually. 13.9, I reckon.
Oh,
With a bit of slip,
all he
a little bit of
needs
help.
is one little bit of slip, yeah. Absolutely.
But honestly, other than bragging rights, is having pole position.
Oh, Apex pulling the old AFK off the line to cause a bit of chaos.
Oh dear.
And Dale looking to go for that one-lapper win. I think Apex is doing some burnouts, actually.
Just celebrating that.
Absolutely stoked with that 14-4. And Christian says it in the chat, man, great job by DAM Racing. That's a massive strat that they've pulled out there.
Come on, Dale, I dare you drift that Ferrari. I know Zoo would.
I'll tell you what, Z, you asked the question, like, is it an advantage? Maybe not, but if there's a group of you that can work together and break away, and you've got Zoo there behind me in a Jag that we know gets off the line like crazy. So if you've got a group of 3 or 4 cars willing to work together and breaking away, it could be worth something there.
Yeah, thinking back to St. Croix, when we saw Dale and Adam run away at the front of the field while everyone else was still squabbling for position, and they just cleared out the field, and it was a 2-car race from there on. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see where Adam, because we still got that battle. You've got that battle with Dale, of course, Ando, and then you, also you got Apex Humper and Mr. Robot himself, Adam V10. Going up for split 1 bragging rights as well. So
yes, there is a mathematical possibility, I think, for him to steal it still. I think he has to win and Apex has to finish 4th or lower. Something like that will give Adam the championship. So that's not beyond the realm, is it?
There you go. So Christian in chat is Fixer Chris. He's been taking notes, which is also a dangerous thing.
G'day, Fixer Chris. Shout out to Spence as well, and DJ, the Milo boys. They arced up when we started talking Milo cars getting together.
Well,
apparently, according to Spence, they'll be fine.
Oh, that battle for second's actually pretty hot in this one-lapper here. Weber, Heartstopper, and Heavy Haulers. All of the
there we go,
guys.
3 wide.
Oh, jeez, all 3 wide.
Look out. That was always going to... Yes. Oops.
Is Heartstopper going to get the undercut? No, not enough traction.
Rip Dog's on the
going to
inside.
steal it on Weber.
Does he steal it on the line?
Oh,
16 thousandths of a second. Soul Reaper comes across and Gitman carries that penalty beautifully.
Oh, well, Steph Curry is only saying that because, you know, he's angry because he's about to have a kid. Come on, just leave the guy alone.
Expecting to see some good times out of Stefko as well. Another guy that's in the Jag, I believe, qualifying in the final session. If I'm not wrong there, the 8:30 session tomorrow night. So.
Yes, hopefully he doesn't get a corner named after him at Spa.
Yeah, he's already got one.
Although there is one without a name, Stefko. You never know. You might the old no-name might become Stefko Corner at Spa.
That was the corner where Apex become famous for humping the bollards and visiting the forest.
Ah, yes, at about 25 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Yes.
But on that note, we'll give a quick thank you to our sponsors. Big thank you to future Melbourne-born streetwear. Races.world, great company supporting Southeast Queensland racing. And then, of course, Pagnian Imports. If you don't know who they are you really that interested in building your sim? And Next Level Racing, if you're looking for a good rig, beautiful place to start there. So, big thank you to those guys. Big thank you to Ando for jumping on the visuals for tonight.
Cheers, guys. That was fun. Thanks, Edie.
Always a pleasure.
For, jumping in last minute there, Zeddy. I know we have a lot of time to prep, but glad you decided to jump in anyway.
Happy to help. Always here to do comms with you, Dragon, and Ando. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And keep an eye out. We've got another lobby up in about an hour's time. And that'll be where a couple other of the big hitters will be trying to set their quality laps for a bit of bragging rights, as well as some grid positions. So we hope to see you all there.
I think just for the quick final questions for you two, what do you think is going to be pole for split 1? Pole position time, knowing that Apex just did a 14.4.
I'm going to
14-2,
say...
Chris with Slipstream.
Well, is he in Div 1?
He's not
Yes.
Div 1, but I'm just thinking overall.
So he won't be in top split, will he? So yeah. No, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 14-4, mate. I think we've just seen pole
Well,
for
so you don't think
top split.
that the especially for the next quali at 9 o'clock with Adam and the captain always running together, you don't think that
Adam's
Well,
in the Jag
if
and Captain's
there's-
in the Hyundai.
If there's
So-
a little bit of inter-team cooperation, possibly. But, what we just saw there was tremendous teamwork. It was fantastic.
That's gonna be
That
hard.
needs to be rehearsed. So unless these guys have been rehearsing it, I mean, we saw it from Ben and Pure last night, so never say never. But I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say 14-4 from a Jag is about as much as you can get out of that
For sure.
thing. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yep,
Well,
and on that note, we'll hope to see you guys in about an hour's time. Thank you for joining us.
See you guys.